Today, I'm going to show you how to tie what I call the bug knot. If you're new to this channel, this is the Startup Cowboy channel where we teach you about everything about Western culture, horses, hats, anything honestly that you could think of. If you like this video after watching it, please hit that subscribe button and also hit like. If you have any comments or things that I didn't mention that you think are important, please put those in the comments. If you want to see other videos that we haven't covered yet, also put those in the comments. So today, like I said, I'm going to teach you the bug knot. It probably does have a real name. I have no idea. I saw someone put this on a bridle one time and thought, I don't know if that works very good. Then I did it and it works super well. So typically on the side of a bridle, so hooking to your bit, so this would be the bridle part, the head stall. And then you have the rein. You can use this in lots of different places. You have to fasten this. Now there's lots of different fasteners, but this is what I call the bug knot. So forever and ever and ever, I tied a square knot right here, and that usually stays pretty good. The cool part about a square knot is that it comes out as easy as it goes in. This knot here is not like that. It takes a little bit of work to undo it. So what I'm going to do is undo this one at first and show you how to tie it. A few points that I want to point out is kind of where these tails end up. Okay, so when this is all said and done, you have a tail facing down and you have a tail facing back towards the horse. Okay, not a tail facing up and a tail facing their nose. What happens when you do that is it kind of flops all over and gets in their face. This is kind of cosmetic, but a little bit practical as well. The other thing to note, there's 3 wraps. Okay, I like to make sure there's for sure 3 wraps. Sometimes you can get away with 2, but I'll go ahead and show you how this is put together. So I'm going to undo it. Undo these wraps right here. This is basically just a friction knot. So if you do it right, there'll be enough friction to keep it together. So you'll run your strings through the back and straight through. So you get this nice little look. You can pull it nice and tight, just like that. So what I do is determine which one is going to be down. So it should be pretty easy. If you want your tail to be down towards the horse or down towards the ground, it'll be that one. This is going to have a hard time going down, okay? So then, to make this easy to remember, is you want your tail to end up, back, not forward. Okay, so if you start your wraps and they're wrong, so if you just go for it, and if you were to tighten it right there, that's going to be wrong. So I know I need to go the other way, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All you're going to do is hold your first one, and you're going to wrap this one around there 3 times. Nothing crazy, okay? So I'm going to just start it over this way. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go around it once, go around it again. I don't have to worry about getting anything tight. And around it a 3rd time. Okay, so I've got 3 wraps. That's the minimum. So what I like to do is I like to hold at the bottom of this bug and just kind of pull my wraps down till they're nice and tight. So it should kind of look like that. I haven't locked this knot down. Okay, let's get my wraps nice and tight, nothing crazy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the bottom of the bug again and pull this tail. Now it should look like that. Now, if for some reason something isn't tight, you can just keep working both tails. Basically, set your rolls and then pull this to lock your knot down, and then you are done. Now, I have seen this work out a little bit, to where it's trying to undo itself. You can certainly just, keep pulling things down, make sure your wraps are even to help that. On this other bridle here, I'm just going to pull this into frame. What I do is I twist my tails. And what that has seemed to do for me is make it to where it has a harder time moving inside of this bug knot. If it's flat, it's more likely to move up and down. This makes it so where there's friction at the little points of that knot. Once again, also, it's a pretty cool look. You'll see a lot of things in Western culture that might not have 100% of practicality, but it's part of just tradition and looks pretty cool. So that's the bug knot. I use that there. I use it also on the reins. Same idea there. I want that tail to be facing the ground and this one facing back. Once again, that's just to keep it out of the horse's face. It's a really cool knot, works really well. I would say if you haven't tried it yet, you can see it here. Looks pretty snazzy there. Once again, here's a pretty good example of where it faces down and back, not up and forward in the horse's face. Really good stuff. If you haven't tried it, I'd recommend it. So if you like this video and want to see more videos just like this, please like and subscribe to the Startup Cowboy channel.